Yeah, so I'm originally from Virginia, born and raised in Roanoke. Went to school here. So yeah, why do I want to work in Virginia? Well, the kind of funny, maybe ironic thing is that when I was at, at school in Boston, I had zero interest in coming back to Virginia. I never thought that I would come back. Matter of fact, when I left Williamsburg, I'm pretty sure I said I'm never stepping foot in this town again. But when I was at Boston, a position opened at Poplar Forest. And again, I never thought, having done an internship as a high school student with Barbara, I never thought that I would ever come back. But I thought, well, you know what? That's a good opportunity. And I talked with my wife about it, and we both said, "Ugh, it means going back to be near family." but we decided, no. The opportunity is too good. That position was a great stepping stone. And so back down we came, and I don't know that I want to work anywhere else now. Having, most of my career is here in Virginia, and it kind of at the beginning of this interview, we talked about what are the fun things, and the camaraderie, the people, the other archaeologists that are here. Why, why leave if you don't have to? Currently, I am the what is my title? Immediate past president. So I was vice president, then president, and now I'm immediate past president. And I was really honored to fill the roles that I filled on the executive board of CoVA, and pretty proud of what we've done in the time that I've been involved with CoVA and seen the organization grow from when I first started in CoVA just as a member. That would have been what, '05. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But the membership has really grown, and it's become much younger too. And that's great to see. It's become very vibrant, very engaged, and that's been very rewarding to see that progress with the organization. Yeah, the rewarding thing about CoVA, similar to the rewarding thing about being an archaeologist, it's the collegiality that we have, and it also kind of knows, okay, there are others out there that have my back on this, and or it's as simple as just there's a network that I can turn to for help with things. Uh, so that's one of the very rewarding things about CoVA. But also the things that we've been engaged in recently. Uh, we engaged with the Skiffs Creek, the power lines across um, the James River, becoming involved in some way in Rastowac. It's those projects where you realize, okay, I mean, here's a role for CoVA. I mean, here's what we can take our knowledge, which is a really specific type of knowledge, and make it, and help in some way. And that's what we should be doing. Trying to protect historic resources and bring those historic resources to the public. So I think the roles we're playing in those projects have been really rewarding. We don't always get our way with those, but to be engaged with them, I, it helps to elevate our profile. It gets our members engaged, and there are times when we do make a big difference with the historic resources we're trying to protect. As I'm getting ready to probably go off the executive board after this, it's easier for me to say that, yeah, it'd be great to see CoVA continue to wade into and weigh in on some of these big, sometimes controversial preservation issues. And I think that is a role for us, to be as unbiased as possible, to bring our knowledge to bear, but to go into it and to go into it as fearlessly as we possibly can, and marshal our resources to do that. And who are we? Yeah, who are we working with? Who are we working for? Who are we standing for? Well, the historic resources, of course, but the Department of Historic Resources. CoVA was founded as a watchdog for DHR to be able to help them, and there's another role for us to increase, or for us to increase our role with our interactions with DHR. So it may be easy for me to say now, but yeah, for us to get into these big projects, I think that's I'd love to see CoVA go in that direction. I mean, there's some legendary ones. The SHA in Providence for me sticks out as a legendary one, but not for any of the good reasons. um, yeah, I don't know that I have a single one, but I will say Council for Northeast Historical Archaeology, CNAHA conferences. If you get a chance to go to a CNAHA conference, I've always found those to be some of the most laid back. It's a great combination between being laid back and people delivering really good, solid archaeology content in the papers themselves. And then the kind of fellowship afterwards is always, I don't know, it just feels good at those conferences. I've always liked CNAHA conferences, so I don't think I have a single favorite one, but I'd say that. And actually, ASV conferences have become really, really fun. I think in the past couple of years, we're seeing so many more professional archaeologists presenting papers at these conferences, and that's the way it should be. And matter of fact, the last one here in Williamsburg, I was just blown away by the content of the papers that were being presented at that conference, and to know that it's all coming from Virginia. Oh, that was cool. That was a good one. That was a good one.